I'm Jamon McKinney, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. The 87th edition of the Rockets versus the Falcons played out in front of a packed Glass Bowl crowd on Tuesday. This contest was not disappointing. Bowling Green drew first blood and looked like they would completely pull away with this one, taking a commanding 21-0 lead early in the second quarter. However, the Rockets, behind a juiced-up crowd, simply would not quit. Tucker Gleason, who we later found out battled through the contest with a broken hand, got the start at quarterback and helped Toledo take the lead with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter. But unfortunately, it was not quite the Rockets' night, as Bowling Green found the end zone with less than 20 seconds to spare, winning a classic battle of I-75, 42-35. After the game, head coach Jason Candle shared his thoughts on the close loss and where the Rockets will go from here.
But we can't be sitting around and worried about a MAC championship. No one's going to sit here and hand us a ring and want to be another diamond on somebody's ring. We got to go win football games here and got to go play this week against Western.
The Rockets wrap up the regular season next Friday at Western Michigan, then head to Ford Field December 3rd to take on the East Division champs in the MAC championship game. Lots of sports going on all over Rocket Nation. Women's basketball was in Cincinnati Wednesday afternoon taking on the Bearcats. It took overtime, but the Rockets prevailed, winning 74-71. Quenisha Lockett would finish with a game-high 19 points for Toledo in the victory. And women's cross country makes its first trip to the NCAA championships on Saturday. It goes down at the OSU cross country course in Stillwater, Oklahoma. A big congratulations to the coaching staff and everyone on the team, including UT10's own Crystal Clark. Let's now shift to some hockey. Our UT10's Zeke Fravor had the opportunity to sit down with Toledo Walleye broadcaster Matt Melzak to see how life works as a professional broadcaster. Zeke?
Many people know Matt Melzak as the voice of the Toledo Walleye. What they don't know is just how much work he puts in on game day. There aren't many days off for Matt Melzak. During spring and summer, he works for the Toledo Mudhens alongside Jim Weber. As the seasons turn colder, Melzak shifts gears to his winter job, calling games for the Toledo Walleye. This year, he enters his 17th season as the voice of Toledo hockey, a career that has spanned both the Toledo Storm and Walleye. Throughout his 17-year career, Melzak has had multiple opportunities to call special events for the ECHL, including traveling to the easternmost point in North America, St. John's, Newfoundland, for the 2019 Kelly Cup Finals.
3 All-Star games I've done so far in my career, and almost 1,300 ECHL games. It's kind of a little bit surreal. Though there are perks with being so involved with the team, game days can be quite long for a broadcaster. Typical game day for me is probably a good 12 to 14 hour workday. Ultimately, broadcasters aspire to call games at as high of a level as possible. Melzak has had multiple opportunities to call American Hockey League games, just a step below the NHL. The last couple of years I've gotten a chance to fill in a couple times at the American Hockey League levels. It's amazing and surreal, I think, is probably the best word. Melzak credits his success to calling as many games as possible early on in his career, whatever sport it may have been. Melzak also told me that alongside his over 1,300 ECHL games, he's called over 700 professional baseball games, giving him over 2,000 professional sporting events on his resume. Live in the newsroom, I'm Zeke Fravor, UT10 Sports.
Thank you, Zeke. Behind the scenes, he loves listening to Rihanna and has had overall quite the college journey. It's now officially time to dive into why Cedric Milner Jr., also known as Seth, has had such a unique journey.
Here's Cam Palesi into the game for Valpo. And that's what Seth Milner can do. I had in my notes from the end of last season, throws down dunks.
While Seth Milner is always flying high above the rim, he always seems to find the perfect landing spot.
Continuously working on defense and ball handling and obviously three-point shooting, but I think I'm just a versatile guy.
Before landing at the University of Toledo, Milner was a student athlete at Cleveland State University along with Northwest Florida State College, both 1 year apiece.
I think my freshman year, I learned how to play college basketball because every freshman coming straight out of high school, it's an immediate shock as soon as you step first on campus. Everybody wants to show their game. Everybody wants to prove something.
However, destiny proved he was meant to finish his last 2 years of college as a Toledo Rocket. Milner now plans to make a push towards the NBA, as basketball has always been a huge passion that runs in his family.
I've been in situations and I've been in places where coaches, can kind of not care about you a little bit, and I know here that we're loved. I know here that we're taken care of. Basketball has literally been my whole life, and God willing, I stay healthy. I can just play this until I can't no more.
Cedric overall believes his NBA draft stock can take a huge leap forward by helping the Rockets get to the NCAA tournament, a goal he and the Rockets are striving towards as we speak. Milner's favorite player growing up was also Kobe Bryant.